everyone. Today we're going to be learning about Chapter 2, which is the Human Resource chapter. And we're going to be learning about the organizational structure of businesses. And we're going to learn this section as if you were a new member of the workforce team at Company S. You will be learning this section as if you were a new recruited worker. So as a new worker, you need to learn a little bit about how Company S runs. So the first thing we're going to be showing you is the organizational chart. And this chart is given to new employees like you when they join a firm. It demonstrates the functions and departments of a firm and the people in them. The triangle shape of this chart shows a hierarchy, which demonstrates the authority and status in the firm. Each level is called a level of authority. In this case, the bottom, the middle, and the top. The higher you are in the pyramid, the more responsibility and authority you have. Information is communicated up the pyramid, but commands and orders are given downwards in this pyramid. Now you are looking at an example of a pyramid structure. So at the top we have the managing director, and he or she will have the highest level of authority. Next, we have the senior management, then we have the middle management, and at the last level of authority are the workers. Now, the workers are going to be the people who have the less level of authority and commands are given to them. Now, we're going to be looking at two similar pyramids. The first one you're looking at now is called the tall hierarchy pyramid. This pyramid has more levels of command or authority, thus making it taller. Yet there are negatives to this type of hierarchy. Because there are so many levels of hierarchy, there is inflexibility as it takes much longer for commands and information to be passed down the pyramid. This results in an atmosphere of separation because the employees feel very separated between their level of authority and, for example, the highest level of authority. And now you're going to be looking at the flat hierarchy pyramid. There are few levels of hierarchy here, as you can see. This means that information is passed down the chain of command quickly. There is a sense of community created here. Yet there is little room for creativity, ingenuity, and initiative from the employees. The positives with this hierarchy is that employees of a higher authority can easily delegate or pass the responsibility and control to other people like you. The person who delegated the work is still responsible for the quality of the work. Delegation is just a shift in decision making. There is a great difference between delegation and empowerment, though. If I empower you or allow you empowerment, you then have full control over my life or current situation. It's important to know the difference between delegation and empowerment. So now you're going to be looking at an example of an organizational chart. So this type of chart does not show the informalities or formalities in the firm. This chart does show, though, the levels of employees like you under each section or sector in the business. As you can see, some parts of the business have more employees than the others. For example, the production section will have more employees than, for example, the development section. And this is because the production sector is responsible for creating and manufacturing the products. There is a demand to be met. Unlike the development sector of the business, which has few but well-trained and knowledgeable employees working to further develop the company's product. So now you're going to be looking at two examples of organizational charts. Here you will be taught about the span of control and chain of command. The span of control is the number of people under the command, accountable, or reporting to one manager. So the first chart shows that the managers have a large or wide span of control. There are about 12 people under the command of one manager, and this manager is then under the command of their own boss. And so here employees feel closer to each other because they are forming an informal organization. Costs can be reduced and information is passed down more efficiently. Now we're going to look at chart 2. Chart 2 shows a small or narrow chain of command. There are multiple levels of hierarchy resulting in a fewer number of employees assigned to each manager. Here, delegation is likely to occur. So as you can see, at the top we have the highest level of authority. Then we have one manager, and this manager then has 2 people under his command. And this just continues to grow and grow. And at the bottom here you see the lowest level of authority. So in this type of structure, delegation is less likely to occur, yet those at the top have tighter control on their employees. Now the next 3 charts are a little bit different. This chart here shows a collaborative nature of a business, and so here there are no separations or level of hierarchy shown. All employees interact together and support each other within the firm. So the sales, marketing, production, and accounting or finance department are all intercombined, and they're all working together. Next, we have the centralized or entrepreneurial-based setup. This is more likely for companies who have yet to be formed or are very new. As you can see, each department reports back to the managing director, and it's most likely because there are not enough employees to form departments or levels yet. And then last, we see the circular or flat structure. And this is somewhat similar to the centralized or entrepreneurial chart you saw before. And here there is a sense of connection between all of the departments, yet there's not enough connection to form a Venn diagram. For example, the marketing department is closer in association to the finance department and sales department, and is not as in connection to the production department. This doesn't mean that they aren't connected, it's just that certain departments are more closely related to others. And then the employees in each of these departments will most likely focus on their own department or sector of expertise. So I hope you learned a little bit more about the organizational structures in Company S, and I hope you feel well prepared to start your new job.